All of you have heard this name at least once, Assassin, for those who are fans of Assassin's Creed game series like me. This is a very familiar thing to them, basically in the games and some movies portrayed them as a mysterious secret society, although this showing is not entirely correct in history. From about 1000 to 1200, there was a small secret society around Persia, Baghdad, and Syria, the center of the Muslim world at that time. Today's video, I will talk about the real history of assassins, and I will try to show how much the current Assassin's Creed series is really inspired by them. Welcome to my channel.
MT. Since it is a secret society of about 1,000 years, there are many myths and stories about them. For this reason, in today's video, I will talk about some people associated with this association, not just running behind the history.
Hassan-I-Sabah. He was born in a place called Ray near Tehran, Iran. After that, he is said to have received his initial education from an Imam of Neyshabur. It is said that two other famous people studied with him under the same Imam.
One was the famous Muslim mathematician named Omar Khayyam, and the other was Nizam Al Mulk, the chief vizier of the Seljuk Sultanate, and they had a good friendship between them at this time. Although the story didn't seem very believable to me, because looking at the birth year of these three persons, it can be seen that Nizam Al Mulk was much older than the other two persons. Anyway, during this period, Hassan-I-Sabah got involved with Ismaili Doctrine, and after that, he went to Cairo and completed his training at Majlis Al Hakima. Here, he was trained in 9 steps, which are also called 9-degree intiation process. After that, he returned from Cairo to the Seljuk Sultanate and spent 9 years there collecting manpower from different parts of Persia.It. Is known that Sabah has a strange quality to attract the people, and during these 9 years, he formed the Nizar-I-Ismaili State. Under him worked numerous spies and assassins. They first captured the Alamut Fort in a remote hilly area, and more warriors or spies were posted there. Soon after, the Seljuk Sultan Malik Shah came to know about this. He attacked these Nizar-I-Ismailis in various regions, spread his kingdom. In June 1092, Seljuk forces besieged Alamut, the main fortress of Hassan-I-Sabah. At this time, 60 to 70 Ismaili soldiers, including Hassan-I-Sabah, were stationed inside this fort. Their foods were almost at an end, but Hassan-I-Sabah managed to send a message via his pet pigeon to nearby Kazvin. From there, another 300 Ismaili soldiers entered the fort using a secret passage with food and rations, and soon after that, one late night, Hassan-I-Sabah's troops overtook the Seljuk forces besieging the front. This time, Alamut Castle was liberated, but Hassan-I-Sabah didn't stop after this. He planned to kill the Seljuk Sultan and chief vizier in revenge, and especially kept an eye over his vizier, Nizam Al Mulk. Hassan-I-Sabah assigned a man named Budahir to assassinate the chief vizier, Nizam Al Mulk. In October of that year, the Seljuk Sultan and his vizier were reported to have left the capital, Isfahan, for Baghdad with a large force. That time was the month of Ramadan. On the 16th October, Nizam Al Mulk and Sultan Malik Shah together had the iftar at the Sultan's tent. From there, the Nizam, on his way back to his tent, met a Sufi saint.So. He came at a little distance from his guard and went to speak to the Sufi saint.
And in this time, the Sufi saint stabbed Nizam in the chest. Sufi saint was Budahir, the assassin sent by Hassan-I-Sabah. This scene is supposed to be able to think very well for those who have played the Assassin's Creed game, right? The first political assassination of Nizar-I-Ismaili was completed through this murder even after 2 months. Sultan Malik Shah also died of poisoning. However, it isn't known whether Hassan-I-Sabah was behind it. The first political assassination of Nizar-I-Ismaili was completed through this murder even after 2 months. Sultan Malik Shah also died of poisoning. However, it isn't known whether Hassan-I-Sabah was behind it. Basically, since this assassination, Hassan-I-Sabah has been involved in many other political murders in the region, and for this job he sent specially trained spies and assassins. Although Hassan-I-Sabah used to say "fighty" to all these killers, but in the outside world, especially in Europe, they are called assassins. The name comes from hashish, a special drug. Basically, these killers used to take this drug before carrying out theater work. It is believed that this is the reason why they used to do their work very fearlessly. From this hashish Hassan-I-Sabah's fighty became known as the Order of the Assassins to the whole world. If you look at the actions of these assassins, or FIDAI, you will see some special features. First, unlike other assassins, these fighty didn't attack their targets in an uninhabited area place. Rather, they used to complete this task in a public place or in the crowd. The main reason for doing this was to have more witness to the murder, and from this comes the second feature. They established a belief at the time that anyone engaged in hostilities with the Nizar-I-Ismailis was sure to die a brutal death. Those of you who have played the game can relate this histories to the game. Therefore, they have always avoided using poison or shooting arrows from a distance. They always used sharp knives or blades to do these assassinations very close. Besides, they planned a murder very precisely for many years. For example, in 1126, a Seljuk vizier attacked the Ismailis. Since then, Tufaidias have been assigned to kill him. These two remained under him for many years and earned the trust of driving his chariot. Eventually, one day they took an opportunity and killed him. Basically, what is meant here is that most of the ideas we have about the activities of assassins are historically accurate, but if we look at their origin story or people's history, they are very different. So today's video ends with the origin of these assassins and Hassan-I-Sabah. After this, a video will be made on the history of their assassination and the extinction of several other dignitaries. I will discuss the more interesting history of Assassin's Creed in future videos. Until my next upload, have a good week. Goodbye.